Today we are going to talk about color value. Color value is how light or dark a color can be. If we add white to a color, we make a tint. If we add black to a color, we make a shade. Today we're not going to use black and white. We are just going to use other colors to create our color value. We are going to create a sphere. For our project today, we are going to create a pumpkin. We are going to create it by using orange, yellow, and brown. So brown's going to help me make my lines a little bit darker, and yellow's going to make it pop by adding some yellow to it, okay? So here's how I'm going to start. I'm going to start by adding some orange and making my circle, just like this. Now I'm going to add some yellow right here. Did you see how I didn't wash my paintbrush? Because I already have orange on my paintbrush. I'm just going to use that to make a lighter orange. Okay, and then I'm going to paint the inside of my pumpkin a lighter orange. Let's add some more yellow to that. There we go. Okay, do you see how I'm painting it? I'm kind of like following the lines. I'm following the curves, just like if I was like petting or painting my sphere. I would go like this, right? I wouldn't go like that. I would follow the lines. Now I'm going to switch to a smaller paintbrush. I'm going to take a tiny bit of that brown, not too much. You could always add more. And I'm going to go around the lines of my pumpkin, okay? So I'm going to go around here first, all the way around. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a little stem. There we go. Now here's the trick with the lines that are on the pumpkin. They always start from the stem. So I need you to start right here from the stem and go down and follow the same line. Be parallel to that line, okay? All the way to the bottom right here. And then go back in the brown and start on this side and do the same thing. Be parallel to that line, okay? Be careful when you're doing this. Sometimes some people make mistakes and by accident they create like a basketball instead. We're not making a basketball, we are making a pumpkin. Now I'm gonna go back in my brown, I'm gonna go back to the stem. I'm gonna go down this way and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go down this way right here. Okay, by doing this, I'm making my pumpkin look three-dimensional. Now I'm gonna blend in these lines right now. So here's what I'm gonna do. So my paintbrush I have from earlier, I'm gonna take a paper towel and I'm just gonna take off some of that paint, okay? Just gonna squeeze it out like that. There we go. There's still some on there, but not too much. You can decide to like open up the bristles a little bit. See how it's still a little orange? And I'm gonna go my brown lines and I'm gonna smooth them in, okay? Smooth them in. Whoop, this one became a little bit bigger. That's okay. There we go. Now they're nice and smooth. Let's do this one right here. Perfect. Okay, so this right now is ready to go. But I've got my pumpkin, but I don't have anything else around it. You can decide to just have one pumpkin and do the ground, or you can decide to add another one if you would like, okay? I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do my ground. So my ground is going to be like a pumpkin patch. It's going to be down in the grass. So it can't be right here or else it looks like it's floating, right? So you need to make sure that your grass goes at least over here so it can see it. So I'm going to take some of my green and I'm going to start painting it. Oh, I'm going to be very careful around my little pumpkin so I don't cover it up. And I'm going to paint it. Oh, I could add some yellow to that and make it look interesting. Okay, let's keep painting like this. I got to make sure I'm lining up the same line. If you prefer to draw it first, you can do that too. You can draw your pumpkin, that's fine. Sometimes that helps us a little bit. Okay, here's my pumpkin. Here's my grass. I could add some yellow if I want and mix it in. I could use the back of my paintbrush and create some grass texture. There's nothing wrong with putting some texture into our grass. Now Now I'm going to stop right here so I'm not using all our time, but you can see the difference in how it looks, so you can decide to do that. Okay, now I'm ready for my night sky. My night sky is going to be like a purplish black. And the reason why is because if you notice, we're using all secondary colors today. So if you would like, you could take some of that purple, mix it a little bit with your black. So it's a nice dark night. And just paint everywhere around your pumpkin. Now make sure you go very careful around that pumpkin. You can use that small paintbrush again if you want to go around your pumpkin to make sure you don't mess it up. Oh, I went in a little bit into it, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to paint all of my night sky. But listen, if you wanted to have like a moon or something, make sure you do it first, okay? Or you leave some space for it. So look, I'm going to do a crescent moon. Okay, I'll leave my crescent moon right there. If, let's say, you forgot to do that and you went and painted your whole sky without doing it, you could always scratch and create some little stars. Or you could wait till it dries and go back with some yellow. That would work too. Since you're at home, that is fine. If you don't have paint, it's okay if you don't have paint. You could do this with crayons too. It's just take a little bit longer. If you have watercolors, then that's fine too. It just won't look exactly the same. You won't be able to scratch your paint with watercolors, but that's fine too. Okay, let's finish this up. I'm almost done with my night sky. We'll see I'm going around my moon. I'm following the lines of my moon to make sure I don't cover it all up. There we go, almost done. Okay, there we go. I can scratch some more stars if I want. If you would like to do a jack-o'-lantern, you can. You could just use some of the black and add your eyes and your nose and your mouth. Right now I'm going to leave mine just like this, just like if it was a pumpkin I found in a field or something. And look, I could even use the green and create like a little vine that comes out of my pumpkin, like that. And maybe one over here. There we go. And that is it for today. I hope you guys have fun making a pumpkin. Have a great week.